Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to this second webinar on robotics and automation in Atlantic France. I am Thomas Lamoureux, Investment and Business Development at Business Solutions Atlantic France. So we will start very soon the presentation. So I will kindly ask you to turn off your camera and make sure that your microphone is on mute for now. Of course, you are able to write down your question in the text box, and I encourage you to do so. And you will be also able to ask questions to our experts during the Q&A session and at the end of each presentation. So let's start this second webinar on accelerating the use of robotics among manufacturers. Today, I am very happy to welcome our three speakers. The first one is Gilda Allais, Business Unit Director for the startup Ecobot. The second one is Gaël Bureau, Business Unit Director at Yaskawa France, and Pierre Lonis, CEO at Proxinnov, the innovation platform for robotics. So here we are. Since some of you have already attended the first webinar, I won't repeat what I've already said about the Atlantic France region, and I will give the floor very soon to Ecobot. But for those who join us for the first time, just note that the Atlantic France region spreads over between the French Atlantic coast and the doors of the Greater Paris region. And so we have here a dense and diversified manufacturing corridor boasting a wide range of industrial activities. And this corridor is very well connected to the rest of France, to Paris and the main cities in Europe. So last time I showed you already this map of the 6 major international supply chains that we have. So it's a mix of different activities: production, assembly, R&D, engineering, and collaborative projects in aerospace, energy, shipbuilding, offshore structures, defense, shipbuilding, and also tier 1 suppliers in the automotive sector. But last one, I forgot to mention a very discreet European leader in thermal comfort solutions, the Atlantic Group, which shows a steady growth and has a 2.2 billion turnover in 2019. And of course, the Manitou Group, a world leader in handling and earth-moving solutions, which ended the year 2019 with a revenue that exceeded the 2 billion euro mark as well. So as a result, you have in the region a dense network of technology providers in robotics and automation. For the hardware, you'll see, you will hear soon the pitch of Ecobot and Yaskawa, but you also have integrators and of course innovation platforms dedicated to advanced manufacturing technologies. Clarté, specialized in AR and VR, IAT Jules Verne in advanced manufacturing, Proxinnov in robotics, EMC2 in advanced manufacturing solutions as well, and European projects. And the last one is the We Network, specialized in advanced electronics and IoT. And last time, I will lastly focus on this. I forgot to mention the business opportunities in Agrifood, in the Agrifood sector, because they are major users of robotics solutions. So the Atlantic France is the second French region in food production, with a 13.2 billion euro turnover per year. And there are many business opportunities in this sector, with businesses working in food transformation, ingredients, and nutrition for both the B2B and B2C markets. And all the sector's leaders integrate robotic solution to automate tasks or entire processes. So they work on R&D projects and collaborative projects within innovation platforms such as Valorial or Capaliment. And here you have just a sample of some of the companies that are born and raised in the region.
Good now.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you. I'm really lucky to be with you this morning, and I'm also really lucky to manage Proxinnov. Proxinnov, which is a non-profit organization which has been set up in 2013, and we are a group of nine people inside, mainly engineering. Our facilities are located in a small city in Nantes, 1.5 hours from Nantes by car. And previously, our mission was to promote and only promote and spread the interest of using robots into SMEs. So we presented robots only. Right now, since 2018, Proxinnov expertise is now to reinforce the links between industrials which have robotics as a common interest. So our technical staff master robotics and collaborative robotics application integration into robotic cells. So as you can see here, all our equipments are equipment from the best, as Gaël could recognize. It's the latest cells which has been integrated in Proxinnov. In my team, my engineers cover the expertise for robotics integration, covering mechanics. It means design of actuators, design of cells, programming, many languages, such as Robot Master, MasterCam, SolidWorks, and so on. We also master logistics from conception and simulation up to the integration of AGVs and others, and also sensors, actuators, and so on. Well, in fact, we love technology, but we know that tech without business is nothing. So that's why our studies, our training, our B2B tech days are often cross-fertilized with the economical and human points of view. That's why we also master security and safety aspects, or human acceptability or ergonomy. And last but not least, which is very rare in our technical world, the team hosts a lawyer who is specialist in contractualization. Our facilities, as I will describe them next, are based onto industrial tools which are set up into our workshop. So this is our industrial network, which main characteristics are neutral and expert. This has been said and is said every day by our 150 plus industrial member. Indeed, my team aggregates the expertise in robotics, and it is always shared with all of our network. If you join us, you will join, in fact, the robotics community gathering the complete value chain, namely the equipment suppliers who have equipment to promote, the integrators, which are capable to assemble these equipments for the needs of the end users. Let me say also that this vision meets its market, because we are really proud now to have increased our network from more than 50% since 2018. You can see here that we cover the large part of and region of France. This is the picture dealing with the 2019, sorry, key figure, and it has been increased during 2020, whatever COVID-19 issues. So you can see here that if 75% of our members are located in our region, Atlantic France, in fact, more than 25% are outside of our region. Our board, as I may show here, our board is composed of end users and integrators, and our president and one of our vice presidents are a brilliant group in a building, and Beneteau, of course, in Nautism. The main aspect for us is that our value proposition is really clear for each of our customers. For the robotics equipment suppliers, we clearly promote their offer. So should you be one of these family, it's clear that we are going to integrate your product in our workflow in a really industrial, concrete environment with real industrial conditions. You are 30. Approximately each of these categories is deals with 1/3 of our industrial members. The second actors in our network is are the integrators. The value proposition for them is clear. We unrisk your solutions. It means that we save time when you have to work with a new solution and you don't know if some technological lock could be handled or not. So this is one of the main added value of Proxinnov, as I will tell you next. And finally, last but not least, of course, the end users. They are definitely the main driver of our activity. 33% of members are end users. They are coming more and more each year. They bring the needs, and it's our role to formalize, to specify, to explain what is feasible thanks to the products on shelves, or what is feasible after lifting a technological issue, or what belongs to the domain of pure research. To be very honest with you, our offer of services deals with high-level TRL. We deal only with the products, services, solutions which are very close to enter on the market. Most of you, I know that you followed up the webinar given previously by our friends from IRT Jules Verne. I think IRT is people are there this morning. Bonjour les amis. We are definitely working together. In fact, as they are mainly developing innovative solutions, mostly for big companies, we develop mature solutions to solve technological logs directly in the workflow at Proxinnov. I could add that at the very low TRL, the world-class research laboratory called LS2N in University of Nantes developed research solutions which practically feeds startups in the robotics domain. We are working with them too. Back to Proxinnov now. Here is what we are setting up, and we started in 2018. It means a complete industrial pilot line based on the core functionalities made in the industry: painting, assembling, welding. All of these cells have been designed by a working group inside Proxinnov, composed of industrials. It spent time to design that. It was a cycle of 4 weekly meetings. Some of these cells are working right now. I will present you how it works, and others will be launched next year. In fact, we have 3 kind of product, 3 kind of offer or service to be part of your development. The first one is the engineering studies. We have the ability to conduce engineering studies in the scope of robotics. In fact, with the wide scope of robotics. In practice, that concerns feasibility studies from the production of state-of-the-art with reporting up to the development and the testing of a proof of concept for technological logs to be solved. That domain is very practical and technological. As you know, as I told you before, we address not only the tech level, but also the human one. For example, we are used to conduct the training for the employees of the companies for which we study the product. These robotic studies cover a wide range of applications. As you can see, it differs, of course, each year among the different contracts we sign, but in 2019, more than 10 technical studies dealt with metal industry. Finally, 2/3 of our works in engineering brought benefits to metal, wood, and agro-food industries. That diversity is fully representative to the wide range of industries working in our region, as Thomas added some information or in his introduction. A short video to present different of our studies, engineering one, practical one. In fact, you will see that it will deal with clearly short or very, very short return on investment actions. These type of studies and proof of feasibility roughly last 3 months, between, let's say, 1 week when the customer has to make his decision very quickly. It has been happened that we have to bring a solution in 1 week, but the average is 3 months. Most of our customers are SMEs. The goal and the mission of Proxinnov is to help these SMEs to integrate innovative products into innovative sales to maximize the turnover. I hope that you can figure on these short videos that the widespread of our applications. Difficulties can be either on the trajectory of the robot or the specificities of the actuator or the type of materials. It depends. So our main skill is that we have the flexibility and to self-adapt on these constraints. The second of our product as a first service is training. Remember that we are experiencing innovative uses of robotics. So our mission at Proxinnov is to not only to solve a problem, but to bring and to transmit this solution into our network. So we try to transmit our know-how and continuous expertise to our members. That is why we organize regularly training for industrials from basics of robotics up to advanced level. Our targets are academics or manufacturers or integrators, and we play a role in within the continuity between the link between the academic level and the industrial level within the scope of robotics. Okay, for that one. Okay, that one is very, very important, and I think that if you follow us on the social network, you've seen the great work of my team. The third offer of service is one dedicated to promotion marketing, not marketing of Proxinnov, marketing of your own success stories. That's why we try to organize different action to cover all of these success stories of our members. This is a global industry, the main fair in France last year. We organize tech days. We organize different fairs, such as the one in a couple of weeks, Robotic for Manufacturing, La Roche-sur-Yon, which is one of the B2B fairs we are clearly involving in. There are others, and we also organize series of these tech days, such as like that one in different very specific topics that our members asked for. For example, last year we have had mobile robots or collaborative robots, and also how to use supervision. So approximately 100 visitors assist to these events in our place, 50% coming from our network and 50% from outside. So it is my own job to convince them to join us. Last but not least, in this December, we are now used to host the Full Robotics event, which is a private event exclusively dedicated to our members. They bring and set up the equipment and devices in our shop floor and present to our community their success in this domain. Promotion also is linked with our social network, and this is a very short view of what we are delivering. Twice a month, the success of one of our members is presented thanks to videos that we are short videos that we are handmade for the occasion. This is some example of the digital newsletter dealing with the actuality of Proxinnov. This is in French, but if you join us, I guess that Maud will be able to translate that. Quite sure that the team will be very happy. This is me. This is me again. This is different information dealing with the new sales, the Yaskawa one, with others of our customers, and we describe what are the equipments integrated into this cell. So we try to organize the spread of the information of our members thanks to these digital tools. I'm sure that it's okay for you right now. So let me give you a word into our position in Europe, because of course Atlantic France is at the center of the world, as you may know, but we are working closely with the world, and especially in Europe. We are the French hub for robotics out of 25 digital innovation hubs accredited by the European Commission. Our network of competencies is spread at the European scale, and we manage cross-border in actions in engineering, in training, in normalization, and also in ethics and cybersecurity projects. We also are invested into something very, very important for us, which is to understand what is the best use of the equipment, the different equipments in the market. So this is the objective of our action in the Matrix program, which is another European project we are involved in, and we organize, we design and organize and benchmark different competition in order to characterize the industrial mature projects and process in terms of normalized measure methods. So in conclusion of my small talk, I would say that Proxinnov is nothing but the center for accelerating the business in agile production, accelerating it through the development of a really clearly impacting robotic solution. Should you share this motto, I'm quite sure that you will join us very, very soon. I thank you for your attention, and the floor is yours, Thomas.
Thank you, Pierre. I think I see that we have a couple of minutes left, so maybe a question for you, Pierre. So we see all your expertise and capabilities to bring together tech providers and end users in the field of robotics and automation. So, what would you recommend to tech providers in robotics, or even users who want to let's say to promote their solutions and develop new projects with French businesses? What's your recommendation?
As far I can recommend something, I would say that clearly to promote the solution of our invited to this morning, it's nothing easier. Proxinnov is the right place to market your product, to make it visible into an industrial site, a concrete site, integrated in a complete system. This is how Ecobot, Yaskawa, Cepro, and all our tech providers and equipment suppliers are using us. Our workflow is really very more and more empty every day, and we will have a new building next week for that. In order to develop a new innovative project, that's clear that the partner should first think about the maturity level. It's classic into project development, but should it be mainly unknown scientific part in the project? Then definitely go to IRT team, the guys who handled the previous webinar, because they have a very high level expertise in the domain of technological research. But if it deals with feasibility, either economic or technological feasibility, then go through Proxinnov, because you will find a lot of expertise, not only ours as full-time people into Proxinnov, but of course into the complete and wide network which is ours.
Okay, so both organizations, RRT and Proxinnov, are complementary depending on the level of maturity of the business, the company's technology.
Sure. I think we can.
Okay, perfect. I don't know if there are other questions. It's almost 11:30 in France. If there are other questions in the audience. Otherwise, I will just thank you for your presence this morning. Thank you to our guests and to our speakers. And I hope that we will be able to meet up soon for another webinar on robotics and automation, and maybe on the other matters linked to industry and to industrial performance in Europe, let's say. Thanks, everybody, and I hope we will be able to meet you soon for real, physically, or during a webinar that we used to organize quite often. Thanks a lot, and see you soon.